I'm here with Costi and Jay with your morning show. No Mitch today, but that's fine. We're still going to show up 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Got free picks for you guys. Loaded NBA card today. Small college hoops card, but that's because they're saving it all up for tomorrow. 144 game college hoops card tomorrow. I am not ready, but that's fine. The games don't wait for any of us. They just come in like a lion, out like a lamb, because we got another small card on Sunday. But Costi, how you doing?
Doing good. It's seems like a bye week for me over here in Ravens Nation, Flock Nation. So just enjoying it, just seeing if we could not get any more injuries this Saturday. But really just it's cold, man. It's cold in Maryland. It doesn't look like it's too cold in Texas, but it's cold out here, man.
It's cold out here too.
Is it?
It's cold. It's cold by their standards.
Yeah, it's about like 40 some. It's cold.
Yeah, it is cold. Actually, it's like it started off at like 20s. Now it's up to like 35. We're supposed to get some snow, so it'd be kind of cool to see. There's going to be a lot of snow in the NFL this week. They're predicting a blizzard for the Patriots game for the Belichick send off, and we might get some snow for on the Saturday game when we play the Steelers, Ravens Steelers. So be fun, man. I love snow games. I love watching snow games. It's like football is meant to be played in the snow. So it's we haven't really had one all year. I think college there was a couple games late in the season that had them, but
Yeah.
NFL wise, not much.
Yeah, I
We had
remember.
one. We had Bears Falcons last week, but
Right, right.
Yeah, I think
wasn't
there
just
was.
snow. No.
I think it was like Toledo or Ohio and like Western Michigan that was like played in the snow or something like that, or Ohio Eastern Michigan earlier this season that was played in a blizzard. Um, yeah, yeah. So I mean, 20. It's 29 here, so it's got no football going on though. Our
No
Canadian
football.
our Canadian season ended in early December. So
But it's a fun time, man. It's a fun time of the year, especially with hoops past the holidays, so people can focus again. It's the beginning of the year. I just want bettors to treat their betting more seriously in 2024 and follow the advice and strategies. I think we're gonna break through to a lot of people. I'm very excited.
that's your New Year's resolution.
It's my New Year's resolution. Have
so,
more logic, less insanity is,
so
is my New Year's
So if
resolution.
it's your New Year's resolution, it's gonna get broken in a month.
There we go.
Oh, they have been broken today. But Mitch's New Year's resolution is still working. He's very positive. He's going to be, he's a Lamar Ravens fan now. Loves the NFL. Loves the NFL.
Like
Like
loves it.
loves the NFL. Nah, it's a fun time of the year. I love college basketball. I've always loved college basketball because you can make a fortune with the small schools, regardless of individual days. Like yesterday, got smoked, got absolutely smoked in college. But for the majority of the season, it's been a great year. So for me, I don't even take it personal just because it's part of the game. You have to be able to just not be emotional when you lose. And I always said that you have to be a good loser to be a good winner. And for some people, it doesn't even resonate because they're so hyper focused on individual days. But
I got
it's
some
part of the
bad
game, man. It's part of the
bad
game.
bad news for everybody in the comments. No jam session today. There's no jam session. 14 game card. There's no jam session today. Bad.
No,
Mm.
I was gonna say,
don't,
did you want to
don't do it to him, Jay.
address it? I was gonna say, do you want to address it? We've already had 25 comments this morning, and 25% of them have been, "Where's the jam session?"
There's no jam session today, so you don't gotta worry. No jam session.
It's coming. It's coming, guys. Don't stress. It's coming.
It's uploaded, man. Chill.
Uploading.
Yes.
A lot of games. So it's a big upload.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Jeez. Someone said, "Do you want to set the over under at 6.5, or how many times people are gonna ask for the jam session this morning?" I'm like, "Yeah, you could set that for the first 5 minutes."
For 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's like That's like betting on the first quarter in a game.
Well, there's a fun bet during the tournament when you go to Vegas. I'm sure they have this at other casinos, but I've been going to Vegas for so many years for March Madness that before it was legalized everywhere else, people bet who scores the first 15 points. So
Yeah,
there's
the race to 10, race to 15.
So like obviously the games start in Vegas at 9 a.m. So you're like walking to get your coffee, and at like 9:15, it's like an eruption. Eruption at 9:15. A dog got the 15, like a 16 seed,
Yeah.
got the 15 first, and like it's a huge ticket payout. It's hilarious. I'm just trying to get my Starbucks. The casino's erupting. 9:15 in the morning. It's pretty funny.
Chris, you're getting some love in the comments.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris.
Someone just said I look delicious with my new haircut. Thank you.
We got people saying no cap. Mitch knows what no cap means. He knows what it means now.
Yeah. Had a couple of cold days the last couple of days, so I figured I need to shave the bush look and just go clean shaven.
Yeah, leave it behind. Leave it behind.
Yeah.
New year, new roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, new year, new roof.
Yeah.
So when you went to the barber, what was the request? Like, give me the
to be honest, what it normally is: half around the sides, fade up to a one at the top, and one for the beard.
You didn't go up to him and say, "Give me the Justin Bieber." It's not what you say.
Well, I did.
I figured everybody in Canada.
I did, but he just said, he's just like, I think you'd probably look better with this. And he's like, I don't have a bowl to put on top of your head, so. And then I said, whoa, what about the Mitch Wilson? No, that's too short.
Yeah, that's done at home. That's not. You don't go to the barbershop.
Yeah.
Chris got that Jokic haircut.
And the waistline, too.
How about that shot last night?
Oh, man.
Jokic, not a bad guy to be looking like right now.
So, yeah.
He did the Steph Curry.
This is true. So I was watching someone that I, follow on social media, and they had like a prop parlay going for the Golden State game. He's like, "We're going to OT. We're gonna make it." And then I just see the next tweet. What the? And I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Wait, what?"
He's just unstoppable.
Best player in the league. People call me crazy when I say that. I think he's the best player in the NBA.
Before last game, he was 93% field goal percentage in the previous 3 games.
He's only missed like 4 shots in 4 games. Something crazy.
Is he the front runner for MVP again?
Has to be. He should have won it last year. He should be going for his 4th straight, in my opinion.
Well, we talked about this. They don't want to give it to him because they want somebody else new to win it. They always do that. And
if somebody new this year, that's why
I don't even see anybody that's neck and neck with it right now.
You know who.
Come on, man.
The second best player in the league. Mama, there goes that man.
I
don't know if it's weird to say this, though. I don't know if Luka would get it. Only because, it's going to sound crazy, but I think he has to do too much for his team. Do you know what I mean? Like, he has to shoulder the scoring load. This guy, don't get me wrong, you put a guy out there that's going to score 40 points a night, he's probably going to win the MVP. But it just like feels like Jokic is ahead because he can score 30 or 35, but also get 10 and 12 more regularly than Luka does. I'm not saying Luka doesn't get triple doubles. He gets double doubles on the regular. I don't know. It just feels like they give it to Jokic just because of that extra ability to more frequently get the double doubles and triple doubles.
I think you got to throw my guy Shea in the hat. You got to throw Ant in the hat.
Unbelievable. Shea's unbelievable.
You got to throw. I feel like Hallie low key in the hat, bro. He been hooping.
If
a couple guys,
if the Thunder were to finish, if the Thunder were to finish with the 1 seed in the West, does Shea win the MVP?
Got to. He has to. He has to. He has to.
I'm just trying to see what his stat line is right now.
Is he? Do you think he deserves to be a starter in the All-Star game? Right now, it's looking like he might not be.
So
It's fan
his
voting. So
stats.
it's probably going to be Luka, Curry, but I
It's
think Steph
crazy. Do you remember when having 30 points a game in a season was a big deal? And it's like right now you've got 4 guys that are doing that.
Yeah.
And you got Joel Embiid, 34.8 points per game. He's averaging double-doubles, almost 35 and 12 per game with 6 assists.
His Embiid's numbers is crazy. They are crazy.
But he's also he's had some time off, but everybody has. Luka, 33.7 points.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what do you want? It's really
You
just.
know what? I said about Luka not putting up numbers, but I'll admit I was wrong. 33.7, 8.3, and 9.3 per game.
No, he's putting up crazy points.
I'm not
it's
talking, bro. I think he's 2 in the voting right now. Like, he's up there. He's up there.
Yep.
So
You see the votes. John Morant and LaMelo Ball have more votes than De'Aaron Fox.
That's crazy.
It's just the market. The market is so small, he's never going to get the love. Never.
Let's see.
Nobody cares about the Kings. Sad.
Man. It's a great day of sports, man. We got 14 NBA games. 14. 28 of 30 in action.
32 comments for Jam Session. And more coming.
I can search and I can just keep typing the words jam session and see how many come up. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Y'all are hilarious. I can't make YouTube upload faster, fellas. It's just uploading.
Patience, everyone. Patience. We promise by the time the games tip off tonight, you will have your Jam Session.
41 comments right now out of 197.
I appreciate
But now I think we're like egging people on because now they purposely want to comment Jam Session.
Yeah, now we're up to 45. Okay. Anyways, let's get it started so that people can at least get some sort of NBA action in right now. Start thing off with the biggest line on the board. Boston. 16. Oh, I didn't get rid of that. My bad. Let me see here. What the fuck? What did I do? Oh, I got rid of Costy's face. That's what I did. Oopsies. Sorry. Boston trying to keep 16-0 at home. 26-7, 16-15-2 against this Red Lane. 13.5, 14 in some places. With the Jazz catching 14 at home. Costy, what do you think?
Man, you know what? I don't like this game. Definitely not going to be on my radar to play or give out a selection, but I'm going to grab the 14 with the Jazz. They've been covering a lot of late, keeping games close, and as good as Boston is, 14 is a huge number. I don't see this game being a blowout. Injury-wise, there's nothing really that's going to take me off of the Jazz. So I'll take it, man. I've been seeing Markkanen's been playing really well. I think they're going to keep it within 10 or at least get a backdoor cover. So give me the Jazz. The current line is up to 14, so I'm going to grab it.
I'm taking the Celtics. Bounce back at the crib. I faded Utah so much on the road, it ain't even funny. And yes, Costi, a lot of what you said is true. They are playing well. But I just see this as a game where the best team in the NBA smashes a team they're head and shoulders better than. I just see Boston blowing them out. I don't trust Utah on the road. Simple. They have played better recently, but I still can't get out of the forefront of my mind. How many road games have they played this year? Let me see.
19.
10 of those they lost by 15 plus for sure. So it's not impossible. And I think the line's where it's at for a reason. I think the Celtics just lock these boys up in Boston and air them out.
Oh boy. This is tough because obviously I like the Jazz. I like the the way they've been playing lately, but a lot of that's come at home. And like Jay alluded to, this Boston team's just been beating the crap out of people on their home floor. I mean, look at the recent road games that Utah's had. New Orleans, they lost, but they covered 9. Beat San Antonio, Toronto, Detroit, and lost to Cleveland and didn't cover. I just have a hard time getting to 14. I think. This is one I'm not rushing to bet, but I'll lean towards the Jazz. I think Boston wins, but I think they cover. Or I think they win by 12. Yeah, I don't.
14 is a lot to play, and the Jazz are playing well. I understand it, but
the concern I have with Boston is that it's going to be another sleepwalk spot because they've got back-to-back games in Indiana up.
I know, but bounce back at the crib off the loss though.
Oh no, I know. I'm not saying they won't. I'm not saying they won't bounce back. I'm just saying. Last time we saw them laying this many against Detroit, they went to overtime.
True.
Like I said, I'm not saying they won't win or won't win comfortably. I'm saying 17 is a lot.
It is.
Last 3 times they've been double-digit favorites. They didn't cover. They beat Detroit in overtime, Cleveland by 7 as 11-point favorites, and Philly by 6 as 11.5-point favorites with no Embiid. I don't know. It's tough. And you know what the thing is? I think if you like the Jazz, wait on it because I think it's going to move.
Yep. I'll get up to 15, 16 by game time.
Yeah. If you like the Celtics, I would say hop on now because it's like Costi said, it's not gonna stay there for long. Okay, moving on. We got what we saw last time these two teams played, 309 points. Got the Pacers hosting the Hawks. Pacers laying 3.5 at home, 19-14 straight up and against the spread. The Hawks continue to be the worst cover team in the NBA. Jay, do the Hawks get back-to-back covers here?
Does that even sound right?
That's why I had to clear my throat a little bit because it didn't sound right.
It don't even sound believable. I'm on the Pacers. They're rolling right now, man. The Halliburton's it's going to be their 6th straight win, and I think even the Hawks. I know they covered their last game, bro, but like the last quarter they played was not bet on material. They had a sizable lead on the Thunder Buddies, who are in the most terrible spot that you could be in, and they still damn near walked them down. Yeah, I just see the Pacers offense being too much here, especially at home. They're comfortable at home. I'm laying it. They're in the midst of a pretty decent homestand as well. Yeah, give me Indiana.
I'm taking Indiana as well. The Hawks have covered back-to-back games once this season.
Yeah, I told you, don't even sound right.
October 29th and 30th when they covered against the Bucks and the Timberwolves. Since then, when they have a cover, the next game, they don't. And then it starts a string of non-covers. Like, look, just going through it. They beat the Pelicans on November 4th, didn't cover again until November 14th against the Pistons. After that cover, they didn't cover again until November 25th against the Wizards. After that, they didn't cover for 8 games against the Raptors until the Raptors in the home or in the back-to-back. So, yeah, I'm on the Pacers here. Pacers have been quietly playing some defense.
Yes, they have. I was watching the game the other day. Who was their last game they played? Milwaukee, and they said
there wasn't that much defense in that one. Like 130, there was 130 points there, but
correct. But they said defensive efficiency, they're up to like 15 or like 12.
Yeah.
Recently.
I mean, let's see here. I'm just gonna do something quick. I know Costi's chomping at the bit to talk about this one. If you go back to December 20th, where the sort of run of decent defense for the Hawks started. Let's see here. This is December 13th. The Hawks, in terms of defensive efficiency, since December 13th. That can't be right. Still like 26. Unless it's... Oh, wait, no. That's on... I'm missing something here. But anyways, Yeah, 113. They're giving up. They were giving up in the mid 110s, and for a team that was giving up 130 points a night, that's a big step in the right direction, I think. Costi, what do you like here?
I'm not buying the defensive efficiency. These teams, they keep raising the number on this game. They're going to go way over again. They both have been, when these teams play, the style of play that they play each other is always going to be a lot of fast breaks, a lot of easy buckets. I just like the over. I think it's going to steam over the 262. They can't make it high enough. I was over on the last time they played when it was in the 250s, and I'm going to be over on the Hawks and Pacers again in this game. I think it shoots over. It's going to be an easy cover.
Yeah, I can't fault you for that. I mean, we saw what was the line 258 against
58, yeah.
against the Bucks, and it came in. But you also saw it come up to 262 against the Bucks and finish around 235. So I don't know.
This was 253 the last time they played in November.
309. Yeah, I remember that. It was like 100 and hold on. What was the score?
157 to 152.
No, but after three quarters, it was
after three.
It was Indy. It was 109. It was 114, 109. It looked like after the one. I don't know.
114. Atlanta had 114 after three, and the Pacers had 120. So it was 120, 113 after three.
Yeah. All right. Say less. All right. Let's move on to another interesting matchup. In a matchup that if you gave me this matchup, what, three and a half weeks ago, it would have been a hard choice because two teams have been covering the number left and right. But now, not so much. I mean, I don't know how I don't look at OKC here. I know it's probably a really public side. You know, I still see Brooklyn 11-5-1 against the number at home, and that's all well and good. I know, a lot of Brooklyn's recent results have come on the road in their last couple weeks, but still, they lost to the Bucks at home, lost to the Nuggets at home, lost to the Knicks at home. What do those three have in common? Like the Thunder, they're some of the better teams, top half teams in the NBA, and we're seeing the Nets lose to teams like Washington, to teams like they got blown out by New Orleans on the road. They got blown out in Utah. Maybe that's not saying a whole lot because Utah plays their best ball at home, but the Brooklyn Nets have fallen and they can't get up. The Life Alert bracelet's been hit. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this Nets team until they show me a pulse. I'm not backing them. Give me the Thunder here. Costi, what do you think?
God, it's I haven't been betting them that much. The Nets over the last couple weeks at all. I've been staying away from them, and I probably should have been fading them the entire time and would have been cashing. But it's a big number on the road. I mean, the number seems dead on because I could see this being a 4 or 5 point win by the Thunder, and they don't get the job done, or it's a bad spot for them. But I gotta go away from the public on this one. I gotta take the Nets at home. I think they're going to get the 5.5. It's going to matter at the end of the game, and I think it's going to be one. I'm not obsessed about this game, but if I had to give it out, just got to ride with the Nets at home. I think it's just a bad spot for the Thunder.
Jay, what do you got here?
Everybody knows, man, it's Thunder Buddies for life. But it's not them tonight, man. It's a bad spot for the Thunder, man. I'm on the Nets. Y'all will see in a second. I really went in depth with it on the gym session, but I'm going to give y'all a simple version here. My gut just tells me bounce back spot at the crib for the Nets. That's just flat out. The Thunder Buddies are coming off a significant homestand. We cashed with them the entire way through. We've cashed with them all the way through. But that last game against the Hawks was a little discouraging. To not cover, and it was a terrible spot there too, but to not cover against one of the worst ATS teams in the league, now still on the road, I can just see them start to stumble a bit. And I can see Brooklyn finally back at home, especially on a Friday night, New York. Hey, bounce back spot, man. In all honesty, I think Brooklyn wins this game tonight. We're going to be right back on the Thunder really soon. It's not tonight. Come on, Brooklyn.
I think Jay might have had some cheese before giving out that one, but inside joke. Yeah, I don't know. It just, I don't. I see your point.
I know, Chris. Here's the flip side. Thunder, the best ATS road team, money making machine.
Yeah.
Like I blindly bet the Thunder more so than probably anybody. Right up there with you and Mitch. You know what I mean? This is our team.
Yeah.
But
you know, for me, it's just that I could see. I get where you're coming from that the loss to the Hawks was discouraging, but the first half kind of played out probably as expected, even though I don't want to admit it, where there was a letdown. There was a letdown out of the gate against the Hawks, but I think it still restored some confidence for me that they were able to fight back in that game and almost completed a 20-point comeback. Maybe that's also says something about the Hawks, but. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. But move on to another game I'm not a huge fan of personally, but that's never stopped us from talking about them. Wizards getting 10.5 on the road against the Cavs. Cavs still got an injury list a mile long. Doesn't look like it's going to get fixed anytime soon. It did get shorter with the retirement of Ricky Rubio. Sad, but yeah, still, no Evan Mobley, no Darius Garland, no Ty Jerome. Only guy that Washington's got on the injury report right now is Landry Shamet, who's questionable. But Kossi, what do you see here?
I look at it like this: they just played each other January 3rd, and they got blown out. And I'm talking about the Wizards. The Wizards. They got blown out 140 to 101. It's tough to blow out a team twice within a short amount of time. The Wizards have been covering. They're not winning games, but they're definitely covering, and they're a good covering team on the road. I can't take the Cavs with that laundry list of injuries. I just don't see them doing it the same to the Wizards in a couple days apart. So give me the Wizards here. Getting the 10. I don't love this game, but I'm not laying 10 with Cleveland.
I tried to explain to you guys the other day, lay it with Cleveland, don't overcomplicate it. And I'm here to tell you right now, lay it with Cleveland, don't overcomplicate it. The injury report, man, y'all got to throw that shit out the window, bro. You got to throw it out the window. You know why? Because Cleveland has hooped even throughout it. Them boys have been out for forever. Garland ain't played in 2 weeks. Mobley ain't played in 2 weeks. Even Donovan Mitchell was out for a while. And you know what happened? Cleveland was still hooping. In all honesty, this line should really be like where that Boston line is at, like 15. It should. But because the injury report looks like it looks, and because people just don't think of Cleveland in that upper echelon, it's only where it's at. These boys just blew them out by 39 points. 39. And what changed from now to then? Nothing. Not a damn thing.
You don't consider 2 days apart blowing them out again is a
the
fact?
Wizards are a poverty franchise. They've been blown out more often than not this season. They're just freshly out on the road. No. They're going to get blown out by 30 again. Taking Cleveland, laying the points.
Yeah, this is tough. I think I gotta go with the Cavs here, just as a fade of Washington's defense. But we've talked about it before. The Washington Wizards, they've had a decent cover percentage on the road because they keep getting these inflated numbers. But it's hard, especially these back-to-back situations that are like home and home, but they're not played in two different buildings. Because you gotta sort of see if there's been enough time to make those adjustments, and I don't know if the Wizards are capable.
What adjustment could they even make?
Well, that's exactly it. I don't know. Like,
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's say a couple more shots fall that didn't fall the other night.
still 30
They still lose by 20.
So
They
if
lost
you're
by 39.
but you got to do it.
39.
You watch that game. You could say that, but again, you're seeing the same. They didn't travel anywhere else. Where did they go back home
yeah.
to come back? They probably stayed in Cleveland overnight.
Oh yeah, they definitely did.
They're still there. So the travel shouldn't matter. And it's just tough to beat a team the same way back to back. Again, if the spread was 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's hard to beat a good team the same way back to back. I don't think it's hard to blow out one of the
They're
worst
terrible.
teams.
The Wizards are terrible. 10 points is a lot of points. I'm not I'm not
feel
betting this
I
game.
feel
I'm just
you. I feel you. I got you.
All right, let's see here.
we're not going to be talking about this one tomorrow regardless.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Did you see the flack that Mills is getting in the comments?
No, what are they saying?
Said that Ricky Rubio was the first big Euro star. But I think he means the Euro League, not.
What's he talk about? He's a little younger. Peja Stojakovic. That was the original GOAT.
I hate to say it, but I think Dražen Petrovic would have gotten there, or at least close to there too, had he not had that.
Petrovic. Right. He raw on 2K.
Stojakovic was a beast.
I like Stojakovic too. I got to get a Stojakovic Mavs jersey. I got to get one.
If anybody's looking for something good to watch, if you got nothing to do, check out ESPN 30 for 30, Two Brothers. It's the
Who's
story.
it about?
It's Dražen Petrovic and Vlade Divac in this whole thing. I think was it the Cold War where Yugoslavia split?
Right.
So, and how Petrovic went the way with Croatia, and I think he went the way with Croatia. I could be wrong, but I think that's where he went. And Vlade Divac went the other side. And the divide in Yugoslavia when it split, basically they were like brothers, and then the divide in Yugoslavia split them apart. Dražen went on his own way and was he was on the way to becoming one of the biggest stars in the NBA. And Divac was sort of on the other side, just doing his own thing. And they kind of broke apart, but they never reconnected or got back together before Petrovic had a tragic car accident.
Damn.
It's a really good watch. A lot of the OG 30 for 30s are really good.
They are.
Gosh, did you watch many of them?
I've probably seen all of them.
Any that stick out to you? Before we get back into it.
The U was incredible. Trying to remember.
Without Bias, I liked. The Len Bias one.
That was just tragic. I mean, that was local for us.
I'm not saying obviously don't say you liked the story, but I'm saying I liked how it was
it was
presented.
just crazy how it happened. I mean, he was like legitimately going to be the original Jordan. You know, it was he was that good. Again, we don't know. It was college, but just how crazy right before the draft. Or no, he was drafted.
The day after.
The day after the draft, he passed away.
Yeah. What's another good one? Benji, about Ben Watson. That was a good one. Chicago high school prospect. It was supposed to be a big thing in college. He was supposed to be another one of those guys, and he got shot in college.
Oh, he got shot. Yeah, I saw that one. That was good.
The two Escobars would probably be one of my all-time favorites. Pablo and Andres Escobar.
I don't remember. I can't remember if I saw that one.
Andres Escobar was a guy in '94 World Cup. Colombia. All they had to do was draw to get into the next round of the World Cup, and there was so much Colombian money coming in on Colombia to make it out of the group stage. They were considered a dark horse for the World Cup. 94th minute, Escobar commits an own goal, knocks Colombia out of the World Cup.
He got him killed. Him killed.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yes, I saw that one.
Yeah, that's
straight out of LA was good. That was with Ice Cube.
Yeah,
I'm just looking.
There's so many good ones. Yeah. I gotta just sit down and watch some of them, man. That's crazy. Anyway, sorry guys, we'll get back onto it. It's not a normal morning show without a tangent.
No.
We have to have at least one. Jay, we got to turn you on to some of these 30 for 30 documentaries, man.
Has he seen any of them?
I've seen a couple, but like I'm just not a TV watcher. Like,
Yeah. I think The Last Dance during COVID kind of re-sparked my interest for sports documentaries.
I saw The Last Dance. I saw that one.
Bad Boys. Bad Boys. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah.
That was really good. The U Part 2, the U Part 1.
Oh, what about the it was the OJ one. It was like July something.
Can't remember that. Yeah.
Where they chronicled the whole day and then how like it was supposed to be like this big day for sports. They had like an NBA playoff game. They had like the Women's World Cup final or something like that. And yeah, and then the whole OJ thing kind of just took it all over. Oh, Winning Time. I forgot about Winning Time, the Reggie Miller one.
That was great. So was Trojan War about Pete Carroll and the USC teams.
Yeah. Man, so many good ones. Sorry, Once Brothers was the Petrovich one, not Two Brothers. Once Brothers.
That makes more sense. The Seau one was good and sad.
Yeah.
Junior Seau. It's a lot.
Benji.
I didn't realize how many there are.
Yeah.
The Vic one was really good. Michael Vick saga.
Yeah. I have a hard time watching that one.
Yeah, a lot. I didn't realize how many there are.
Yeah, they kept. I mean, it's one of those things where it's at a certain point. I think it kind of got like overkill.
Yeah,
where they did like too many. Like the first 30 were great, and it's like there were some good ones after that, but it's like, yeah. So, the Life and Trials of Oscar Pistorius was good too.
that was good. Yes, that was a good one.
All right, I'm gonna keep looking through these because, like you said, I didn't realize how many of these there actually were.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Got Atlantic Division matchup. You got the Knicks heading to Philly to take on the Sixers. Sixers laying 5.5 in this one. Jay, what do you got here?
I don't like this game. I don't really like Sixers games in general, and I've left a lot of money on the table this season, not just betting the Philadelphia. They've been one of the best ATS teams in the NBA. And here's the thing: I think I'm starting to figure them out, bro. If you think they're going to win the game, just lay the points. It don't even matter. As you see on your screen, 23-10 straight up and 23-10 against the number. So when they win, they cover. When they lose, they don't. Are they going to lose to the Knicks tonight? I don't see it happening. So do I expect them to cover? Yes, I do. Give me the Sixers.
I'm just trying to see how many times this season the Sixers won and didn't cover.
I think it might be 0.
No, I think it's 4. 4 times where they won and didn't cover, or lost but covered. Because I know they lost to Boston. Remember the no Embiid game?
Yeah.
And then they covered the 11.5 there. So I think it's 4 this season.
Yeah,
but Jay, man, people think in the comments you're like 19 to 21 years old, like you can't even drink yet.
I'm 24, right? Yeah. I ain't that young.
The drinking age in Texas is 16.
Whatever.
Costi, they're pegging you for 45 plus.
I am 40. 1983.
And I'm 32.
1999.
91. So you got literally 8 years between each.
But my wife was born in 1995.
Okay, Costi. All right.
Just got married 6 months ago.
Attaboy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, King of New York was a good one too. All right, sorry, I forgot about that one.
Is that with Marbury?
I think so.
Rucker Park. I don't even have it on the screen, but that was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with Jay. I don't love this game either. I really wanted to get on the Sixers, but for some reason, something is holding me back. I think if I had to lean away, I'd probably go with the Sixers here, just from how well they've been playing at home, 13-4 straight up and against the number. So give me the Sixers here, but again, I don't love it. But Costi, what do you see here?
So uniquely, like we just talked about Philadelphia, if they win, they cover. Same thing with the Knicks. If they win, they cover, and at least in the last 10, and they lose, they don't cover. Doesn't help the cause, obviously, but I think Philly's gonna win this game. Not obsessed about this one either tonight with this big card, but I don't see from the matchup standpoint. I think it's Philly on Friday night. House is going to be rocking. They're going to get the job done. And if they win, they cover. I'm sticking to it. I've made a lot of money with the 76ers this year. I'm not deviating from that tonight. Give me the 76ers laying the 6.
Jay and I just saw the same comment in the.
Oh, Costi.
What's up? Sugar Daddy. So here's a funny story. She found me.
There you go.
So I guess technically, yes. I'm happy to be my wife's sugar daddy.
There you go. Own it.
Exactly. No one can. Yeah, exactly. No one can clown you on it if you own it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I'm all
sir.
for it. I pay the bills. Right now, she's in her master's program. She doesn't work. Drives a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee, loving life, and goes and works out every day.
What's she getting her master's in?
So clinical. She's going to be a clinical master's in social work, but she's going to be a clinician in substance abuse treatment.
Nice. Okay.
My man, Costi.
Costi got a good one.
Yes,
she's
sir.
great. She's awesome. She plays golf. She's an athlete.
So she's way ahead of the curve ahead of me then.
Yeah. She's a little cray-cray, but the good ones are.
They all are, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Jay and I were laughing with Mitch yesterday. Mitch was like, it's like, how can you not play golf? And Jay and I were both like, oh, we play putt-putt. That counts.
I missed the show. He had it. So it's funny. I brought it up to him a month ago. I said, Mitch, I watched your earlier videos, and every time you had a golf club in your hands. Bring it back. And I guess it took him a month to really bring it back, but he had it on. He was showing you the sugar daddy, wedges, his PXG clubs. Yeah, I got him all fired up. When I played with him back in August, it was the first time he played. I don't think he's played since, and he was so fired up. Got all the gear out, shoes. He was really excited. And then we played in 50-mile-per-hour winds. It's terrible.
Someone said I got my master's from Moorhead State.
Y'all on one in the comments today. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, all I'm saying, I got a master's from Moorhead State. Got a master's at Moorhead State and a doctorate at Longwood. That's all I'm saying.
I got a doctorate from Longwood too.
That's a good one. That is a good comment.
I'm telling you, we got to get this. We got to get the Pick Dogs mid-season tournament in college going. We got to get. It's got to be all of our bits together. We've got to get Moorhead State. We got to get Longwood. We got to get the Blue Hose. That's a group in itself. You got the Eggs. You got to get the Abe Simpsons of Arkansas Pine Bluff. You got to get. Oh man, who else? There's so many of them. You got to get the Beaches.
What up, Beaches?
What up, Beaches? That's probably my favorite. That is my favorite.
Beaches.
Moorhead State. It's all right.
That's just like when I got in trouble when we were talking college football a couple years ago. Took my fiance down for her birthday. Went for downtown a hotel suite. And I had to do the morning show, and it was the week where Washington State was playing Oregon State. And I looked and I said, "Oh yeah, look, Cougars and Beavers playing them. Or Cougars and Beavers sounds like a good Thursday night." And I looked over and I got the death stare. She just sat up like the Undertaker and just looked at me. And she just like, I was like, oh god. She picked up a knife and I was like, oh god, okay, they're all crazy. Help me. Speaking of things that are crazy that we actually look at this game, got the Bulls taking on the Hornets in Chicago. Bulls laying 8.5. Man, this game absolutely reeks.
All right.
If I had to pick, I would take the Bulls. They've just been able to, put more consistent results together. Maybe not by much, but you look at some of the recent results between these two teams. Chicago, 11-point win over the Hornets, a 30-point win over the Hornets. Going back to last year, an 16-point win. Usually, when the Bulls win against the Hornets, they win big. And unless you have a reason to take the Hornets money line, I would maybe lay an extended line with the Bulls here now, looking at these head-to-head results. So give me the Bulls with the laying at 8.5 here. Costy, what do you got?
God, I can't get it out of my mouth. I can't get the Bulls laying 8.5 out of my mouth. Can't do it. I don't like this game either side. I'm riding the over on this one. Not going to give an opinion out. I know we have a lot of fans that listen and hold me to my word. If I were to have a lean on the game, give me over 219. The line's actually going down, open to 222. So I know there's a lot of both the teams have a lot of injuries. That's really why it's going down, but I don't think it matters. It's a pretty low total considering in the NBA. So give me over 219.
I'm with Roof. I'm on the Bulls here. I feel you, Costi. Laying 9 with the Bulls sounds insane, but the history's there to warrant it. And what is this? The 7th road game straight for the Hornets? Like their 8th road game in their last 9 games? Yeah, I'm fading anybody.
Six straight.
Six straight.
This will be 8 of 9, but it's 6 straight.
6 straight, 8 of 9. I would fade any team in the NBA in this spot. Any team in this spot. Chicago.
They are coming off of that win against the Sacramento Kings.
That's more about the Kings than it is about the Hornets. That's all about the
I know.
Kings.
I'm just saying.
Mills.
Yeah, we're looking at you.
Yeah, man. Them damn Kings.
They're going to get trash panda status soon.
I can't figure that team out. That's the one team in the NBA I cannot figure out to save my life. Kings. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Who was that team last year for you? The team that you couldn't figure out?
That's a good question.
I'm trying to think of the same thing, and I can't think of it right now. But it's like I had a couple of those last year that I just could not get right for the life of me.
I mean, the obvious answer is the Mavs.
I think that was more about not being able to figure out when they were going to show up.
Right.
I think we knew when to fade them, but I think it was just about when they were going to show up. All right. Move on. Get this off the screen. I don't want to look at it anymore. Got the Timberwolves taking on the Rockets. One of the games of the night, I think.
I think so, too.
We got the Timberwolves laying 3.5 on the road. Costi, what do you got?
Give me Minnesota here. I just think they're in a really good road favorite spot here. They're coming off 2 consecutive losses. This team does not want to keep losing. Look, the Rockets have been a money-making team at home this year. I get it. Jay's probably going to completely go opposite on me on this. I just have a feeling. But I see a good bounce-back spot for these Timberwolves. Not great on the road. Not looking at the record overall for against the spread. Just give me the Timberwolves. I just think they get the job done tonight.
I'm fading the house of disappointment. I'm on Houston in Houston. I've been on Houston in Houston a ton this season, and I just can't get off. I just can't. I don't know. 14-5 straight up in Houston are the Rockets. How many wins they got this year? It's on the screen. They have 17 wins. 14 of them are at home. Like, you know what I mean? They're just a different animal at the crib. These are the two best defensive teams in the NBA. Houston against the number at home, 13-5-1. I just don't trust Minnesota on the road. And expecting them to go in here and beat Houston to me is kind of crazy. I think this is a legit 50-50 game. And y'all know how I feel about those in 50-50 games. I'd rather A, have the points in my back pocket, or B, attack the plus money. And it aligns with the other side of the argument. So it comes together, Houston.
Just checking here. I think. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's Costy's reservation for the House of Disappointment. I'm going to leave the keys in the mailbox. I'm taking the Rockets personally in this one. I like them a lot more as a home favorite. That's where they've had a lot more success. And obviously, you'd want a guy like Dylan Brooks in the lineup to sort of provide that physical, presence and that physical style of play. But so far this season, the home team's won 2 of the 3 meetings. Minnesota did win, that's last year. I apologize. The home team won 2 of the 3 meetings last year. But Houston's been so good at home this season. I get where Costy's coming from, that, they have played well on the road in some spots, but for me, this is a Timberwolves team that just back to basics, has failed to cover in 5 straight, failed to cover in 4 straight as a favorite. 1-7 against spread in their last 8. Could that mean they're due? Sure. I don't buy into the whole being due mindset. So I'm just gonna go with what I've seen here from the Rockets. That they play the better basketball at home. They're not gonna cover every home game. I think you just got to be realistic with that. But yeah, to me, getting 3.5. Just I said, if I get trapped on this, well, I hope they got a heavy net that can hold a lot of weight. Anyways.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I just think they're winning at home at a 73% clip, and we're getting them as a dog. So,
yeah. Like I said, a lot riding teams like the Rockets and riding them at home and stuff like that. It's just like riding the bus. We probably made enough money with them that we can afford to miss a stop to get off. But it's going to be a definite, a sort of a gut check for Houston, to sort of see where they're actually at, and just sort of see where the Timberwolves are too. So I'll move on. Got the Clippers paying a visit to the Pelicans at one of my favorite venue names, the Smoothie King Center. You got the Pelicans, 1.5 home dogs in this one. Jay, what do you got?
What kind of question is that? Everybody knows. Hey, I had a legendary rant today on the jam session about the Clippers. I need you guys to go watch it. Here's the thing, bro. Clippers playing well. I don't give a crap. I'm on New Orleans. James Harden. I felt like he came out and he targeted some of. Hey, he came out and said, early on people were laughing at us. We weren't hooping well. Them same critics, they're quiet now. You don't hear a peep from them. I'm not one of those. I'm one of those who's still on your ass, Mr. James Harden. A couple regular season wins don't do it. That don't do it. Last time I checked, you have no hardware. None. 0. Goose egg. Only person on your team that has done something is Kawhi Leonard, and I love PG. PG, one of my favorite players in the league. I like Russ. No hardware. So until y'all boys go and do something legitimate, I don't want to hear you say a peep, bro. You done pooped it countless times. You were playing with MVP last year and didn't do a damn thing. James Harden, I don't want to hear nothing out of you, bro. And with that being said, I'm on New Orleans, in New Orleans. I will continue to fade the Clippers. They are playing well, but mainly been at home. Flat spot on the road. We've been in New Orleans a ton this season. They already beat up on these boys earlier this year, I believe. Hold on, let me get back into the actual bag.
Costy.
Yeah, they smacked them up in Los Angeles already. I think they come back home and do the same thing. Clippers coming off a pretty significant home trip. The Pelicans, this is their 5th home game in their last 6 games. They're playing well. They're going to win their 5th straight tonight. Give me the Pelicans. Money line.
Costy, is it fair to call James Harden a whore?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Sure.
He's like...
He's hopping from bed to bed trying to.
Oh, he's just slutting around all over the place. Just wherever anybody could take him. And look, I get it. Regular season, they are playing well. Early on, we were really on the Clippers for having, too many hands in the pot, or like Ruffolo would say, too many chefs in the kitchen. But you know what? It's I'm not taking them on the road. Give me New Orleans at home. Yes, the last matchup, the Pelicans beat them, but in that matchup with the Clippers, um, Westbrook, horrible game. Harden, horrible game. I don't see them scoring 8 and 10 points and only making 5 field goals combined. But I just love the Pelicans at home. They've been hooping at the crib. This is a bad spot, I think, for the Clippers on a Friday night. And so just make it simple. Give me the Pelicans.
I'm just looking something up here. The New Orleans Pelicans in the last 11 meetings are 10-1 against the Clippers.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Damn, I wish I knew that. Hey, this should have been player today. It's not. I love another.
But what is there against the spread record against the Clippers?
10-1 in that same stretch.
This should have been player today, bro. It should have been.
10-1 straight up against the spread in the last.
On the premium side. It's on the premium, but it's not player today. It should have been, though. It should have been.
Sometimes you figure these things out when we talk about it.
Yes, you're right. Sometimes talking through guys just makes it better.
And if you go back even further, maybe not necessarily with the wins and losses, 16-4 against the spread in the last 20 head-to-head. So, yeah, Pelicans for me as well. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. Not much I could say that hasn't already been said. We got the Mavericks laying 10.5 at home against the Portland Trailblazers. I'll go first in this one. I'm on the Mavs. I'm right now checked out with the Portland Trailblazers. They do look like they're going to have some guys coming back for this game. I do not care. The Mavs look like they're getting healthier. I believe Kyrie Irving's back full force. And the Mavericks are just playing the better basketball. They just beat the Blazers in Dallas by 29 points a couple nights ago. All 3 wins this season for the Mavs have come by 11 plus. I just think this spot where the Dallas Mavericks come in and get the job done. So, give me the Mavericks laying the points. Costi, what do you got?
I'm with you as well. Kyrie Irving back is going to let Luka get more minutes on the bench, recover more. And when they're both firing on all cylinders, this team is a covering machine like they were in the beginning of the year. They're still 19-16 against the spread, but it was clearly a letdown, and at least for at least a 2-3 week period when it was just all Luka, they just weren't getting the job done covering. They were still winning games, but I'm not trusting the Trailblazers on the road at all. They've been horrible against the spread. Give me the Mavericks, short and simple.
Yeah, same for me. I hate them as a huge home favorite. I've learned my lesson, but last game was even more of a gut punch to not be on my boys and to see them going stupid, dummy, crazy at the crib. Like he said, Kyrie back. Not fading my boys tonight, man. I'm taking the Mavs here.
All right, moving on. A little bit of the cards to get through, and you know what? We're moving through, and we got only a small hockey card and small college hoops, so can afford to spend most of the time in the NBA. Got the Nuggets laying 9.5 at home against the Magic. This is one of the trickier games for me on the board. Costi, what do you see in this one?
Oh man, normally I would roll with Denver easily at the crib, but on the back end of a back-to-back, playing an emotional game last night with the buzzer beater, I could see this being a letdown spot. Not for them to lose, but not to get the cover. This one's really tough. The Magic, the wheels have been falling off for now 3 weeks running. They were the team that everybody was on early in the season and now, but they're still covering. I don't know, man. I almost don't even want to give a pick on this game because I don't ever want to fade our chicken nuggets at the crib. Give me the Magic. If you could, I'd wait on this game. If it could get to 10, I think 10's a big number for a team coming off a back-to-back, back end of a back-to-back and coming back home. So I don't like it, but give me the Magic.
I'm on the Magic for sure here. I got to fade the Warriors. I mean, the Nuggets on the back end of a back-to-back with travel, laying double digits. Yes, they do go stupid, dummy crazy at the crib, but like Costi said, I feel emotional win yesterday. They had to come back and fight for that too on late in that game because they were down double digits into the fourth. That game was more about Golden State than it was Denver, in my opinion. Golden State, we'll talk about how I'll talk about them in a minute. But Denver, are they the better team here? Yes. Do they 9 times out of 10 win the game? Yes. Have the Magic been free falling? Yes. But Magic's still a money making machine. If they're going to give me 10 points, 10 with one of our favorite money making teams, the Magic fading Denver on the back end of a back to back with travel. Sign me up.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to sweep it here. I was going back and forth on this one, but yeah, I think it's emotional letdown after the come from behind win, come back from 18 down at one point in that game. I liked it a lot more at 10.5. Personally, I know 9.5 not a huge jump down, but for me it feels like it is. The Magic's still one of the best cover teams, if not the best cover team in the NBA overall. So give me the Magic plus the 9.5. I think the Nuggets obviously win this one, but I think 6 points, 7 points. So because both teams are traveling in for this game, but it's the Nuggets that have like Jay and Koshi said, the back to back. Here's the thing. I don't know if you guys think the same way I do. I know the Nuggets play half their game in Denver, but do you think the altitude affects them just as much coming in on the back to back, even though they're kind of used to it?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
Their bodies are used to it year round.
Yes, but I still feel like in and out, it's pretty tough.
Because it's what we see a lot, and I'm not trying to tie two completely different sports together, but it's like we see a lot with baseball with the Rockies, right? Like they go away, they come home after a road trip, and the bats just go silent for a couple games, like an adjustment period. So I don't know. That's what I struggled with, because could it be an angle to look at? Sure, but again, like I said, these guys play 41 games at home in Denver in the altitude. The back to back is just something that you just rarely see. The back to back with travel going back home is what got me there. But move on. We got 4 games left. Heat taking on the Suns. Jay, what do you got here?
This is probably my least favorite game of the night. I flip-flopped during the jam session on this game. At the beginning half of it, I took the Suns, and then I talked myself out of not taking the Suns. And I'm probably still trying my best to talk myself off of not taking the Suns. I'm going to lean towards Miami here. But again, I don't love this game. I'm not betting this game. Reason being, it's the 5th straight home game for the Heat. It's the 5th straight road game for the Heat. 5th straight home game for Phoenix. It's tough. Tough. I'm taking the Heat though, but I don't like this game.
Yeah, I think I'm with you where I don't love it, but I'm still probably going to take the Heat here just because the Suns, the home favorite, have sort of just been an auto fade for me. Until they really get their act together, it's so hard to feel good about getting behind them. The Miami Heat, they've still had issues covering the number at home, but a lot of their best work has been done on the road. So I think they get the job done here. I think the Miami Heat come out, potentially have a shot to win this game outright. So give me the Heat and the 4.5 points in this one. Costi, what do you see?
I'm with you guys. I'm riding it. Obviously, they've been playing without Jimmy Butler. And, it's not a great matchup. I hate this game as well. I don't see myself touching it. But even without Jimmy Butler, they got the job done at the Lakers. They've split their road trip so far. They won at Golden State. So, don't love it, but give me the 4 points. Just make it simple. You can get 4.5 right now. I don't trust the Suns at all at home, being a favorite. And Durant's questionable. He's probably going to play. He's been questionable for every game, it seems like. But Wasn't there last game. So I don't know if he's going to play it or not. This is a game that you definitely wait and see till after shoot around to see if Durant's going to actually play or not. Without Durant, definitely taking Miami. So that's plain and simple. Miami plus 4.5.
Someone said we should change the name to Day-to-Day Butler. It doesn't work. It doesn't translate. It's Anthony Day-to-Davis. That's
Anthony Day-to-Day. Yeah, that it works there.
Anthony Data Butler. No, I just sound like I'm like swallowing my tongue or something like that. I don't know. Let's see here. Move on. Just got a lot going on behind the scenes today. Crazy card tomorrow. I'm trying to sort out my life today.
I'm trying to sort out my life too, man. That's shit.
All right, I'm gonna get my play out of this one because I want to see what these two guys have to say. Pistons Warriors. I'm taking the Warriors as a fade of the Pistons, if nothing else. I know the Warriors just blew that lead yesterday. I think they're going to come out with at least a little bit of purpose. And if they can't do it against the Pistons, then we got to really sort of reevaluate where this Warriors team is at. Said it yesterday. The Warriors, they managed to get the support for Curry that he needed. Unfortunately, couldn't get the win in that game, but will it show up again? It's been inconsistent, the support from guys like Klay Thompson, Jonathan Kuminga, anyone else on that roster. It's been hot and cold. But I think that the Warriors do enough in this game to get the winning cover. The Pistons have been that bad. Yeah, give me the Warriors here. Costi, what do you got? That's my exact feeling.
Hate it, but I'm not laying the points with the Warriors. They've been struggling to win games, which means they're struggling to close games. And if they're struggling to close games, I don't see this being a blowout. They, for whatever reason, whether it's tired legs, the age of the core players on the team, but they're just not closing out games. And there's a reason why they've lost 4 of their last 5. I'm not going to do it. I don't love this by any means. The Pistons are atrocious winning games, but they're not terrible on the road at covering them. So they're 8-10 on the road. They're 1-17 overall on the road. So they're just below 500 of covering points. Don't love it, but give me double digits. Coming off a back-to-back. This is the last game of the homestand for the Warriors. They've been at home for a while, and they're not winning. So that's got to be demoralizing in itself. Don't love it by any means, but I'm gonna ride with the Pistons getting the points.
All right, Jay, hit us with it.
I'm on the Pistons too, man. The Warriors, I'm sticking a fork in them. They're a bad team. They're a bad team, bro. Hey, they had a double-digit lead last night going into the fourth. These boys had 123 points with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 123. You know how many points they ended the game with? 127. They scored 4 points in 6 minutes and pooped the cover away, bro. That's not money making. That's not money making material. That's not winning material. That's not bet on material. That is I'm fading your ass material. You shouldn't be laying double digits, especially on the back end of a back to back. Can't do it. Won't do it. Pistons low key hooping right now for Pistons standards. They're gonna keep this game close. Hey, if you want one. Pistons money line. Can I intrigue anybody tonight?
I think it's Pistons money line or Warriors.
I'm sprinkling a little change on the Pistons money line tonight, bro. I am. Got to.
I mean, I can see how you get there. I don't love this game by any
That
stretch.
guy that bet the Pistons not to win another game for the year lost his ticket already.
Yep, he did.
Yep.
Terrible bet.
$40 to win $40.
Yeah, there's people that have spent $40 in worse ways.
All right.
Yes.
I could probably think of the way I've done it in the last week.
I do it daily.
I really hope I don't get canceled for this joke, but it's like, you know what I've always said, if I can't give the $40 to charity, well, I'll walk across the bar and give it to Destiny.
Yeah. You give her all 40 at once, or you sprinkle it out 40 times?
It's like Hansel and Gretel. I put out dollar bills like the crumbs.
Jay, I could see Chris with one of those like the guns,
The money guns.
the money gun, and he's just sitting there, just shooting.
Yeah, people call Costi a sugar daddy. I'm a glucose guardian. I'm some like that.
Yeah. Hey man,
Whatever works, right?
get it while you can.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Got we went down a rabbit hole. That might have been the name of the club. Got the Grizzlies taking on the Lakers. Costi, just take the mic away from me. Just what do you got here?
Deep. That's another one. Into the deep.
What do you got here? Grizzlies Lakers.
Another one that I'm just not. Yeah, I'm just not excited about this one. Maybe Jay has a better feeling on this game. It just seems like a trappy spot for Memphis. And the Lakers have lost 3 in a row, 4 out of their last 5, and a lot more beyond that. They've just been not hooping at all. And Memphis should be in a good spot here after they just took that loss. I don't think they're there yet. I don't think Ja's legs are there yet. It's going to take him another couple weeks for him to be in true Ja fashion of be able to hoop every single night. Give me the Lakers at home.
I'm taking the Grizzlies here. Short, sweet, simple. Playoff revenge. Playoff revenge. I know that the Lakers blew them out earlier this year, but we are well aware that's not the Grizzlies. That wasn't the Grizzlies. That was the Grizzlies JV squad. Full strength tonight. Playoff revenge. We got something for y'all boys. It's going to be a classic. This is a war. I think this game's going to come down to the wire. I think this is a 50-50 game, and I'd rather have the points in my back pocket. Or attack the plus money is my thinking here. I don't back the Grizzlies on the road very often unless they're just in an extra motivation spot. The Grizzlies are one of those teams who, when they are in those extra motivation spots, they seem to hoop. They love getting up for the Lakers. I know Dylan Brooks is not here anymore, but I still think the Grizzlies as a whole get up for this game. I want the points in my back pocket.
Yeah, I struggled with this one because the Grizzlies have kind of cooled off a little bit, and I talk about the new coach bump whenever coach get fired, and they get the the sort of win streak that comes out of that. And we've also seen the Grizzlies had that when Morant came back. They came out with a bit of a win streak, but they've cooled off since. But I'm with Jay. I think the playoff revenge comes into effect here. I think the Grizzlies come in guns blazing. I should have said something different. I think the Grizzlies come in with a purpose here, and I think they at least cover. I think this is a 2-point game if the Grizzlies don't win outright. I think we see some. I think the Grizzlies show up for prime time, show up for a big game, and so I can't believe that the Lakers are sub 500 this season right now. But it is what it is. So give me the Grizzlies here. I think they come out with a little bit of purpose here. And our final game, Pacific Division rivalry here. You got the Seattle Raptors heading to Sacramento. Take on the Kings. Kings laying 5.5. Jay, break my heart.
I'm on Seattle.
Ah.
Yeah. I'm on the Supersonics tonight. I'm done with the Kings. I'm done.
They're not super anymore, just the Sonics.
The Seattle Sonics. That's fine.
Yep. Yeah.
That's cool. I'll take them tonight, man. I very rarely bet them on the road. I'm probably not betting this game tonight, but I can't bet the Kings, bro. They lost as a 16-point favorite to the Hornets in the worst spot I've ever seen in my life. They did bounce back and win their next game, but it's not like it was encouraging. Yeah, give me the Seattle Raptors. I think the points in my back pocket is the place to be.
Yeah, I struggle with this one, but I lean towards the Kings only because I'm done with both of these teams. So maybe I take the under instead. I don't know. I'm not betting this one personally, but give me the under. I don't want anything to do with either of these teams. I thought Kings, but yeah, no. Jake talked me off of it. I'm taking the under 238.5. Costi, what do you got?
I'm on the Seattle Sonics here. They've been keeping games close on the road. 3 of their last 4. They kept it close with Boston on the road. I wouldn't consider keeping it close with Detroit is a factor in anybody's analytics, but they just won at Memphis. And
Especially when they
like
lost that game against Detroit.
it was right, but they kept it close.
Yeah.
That's
they
what
had to
I'm
come
saying
from
is
behind in that one.
they're getting up for games on the road. They're not getting blown
Yeah.
out, and I don't trust Sacramento at home laying a big number. I'm not betting this game. Not touching it with a 10-foot pole. Small lean to my Sonics.
All right. Move on here. Jay, what do you got for sale today? Let's get this out of the way.
Oh man, I have a ton today. I don't even have it all up, man. You guys got to bear with me. It'll be up here right after the show. But of course, I got my NBA play of the day. 7-2-1 last 10, 32, 18 and 3 last 53. On that NBA play of the day, you guys can scoop that up today or hop on something long term. That's the best thing to do, bro. So much action this weekend. Hop on a 3-day pass, get every play I got for the weekend. Hop on something even longer. Join my All Access Club. There's plenty of stuff you can do. The guys that have been in the All Access Club for 2 months, Costi, I tell you, the units they're up is amazing. So plenty of different options for me.
91 units.
2 months. So you guys can, however you want to do it, you can do it over at Pick Dogs.
Costi, what do you got? Or well, tell us about what's going on with you.
So outside of me managing the all access with Jay, which obviously the people that you message through that phone number goes directly to me. Just make sure that you have a big enough bankroll because Jay variates all of his wages, unlike the premium. So it's really designed only for high rollers because there's going to be volatility. There was a period of time where didn't have a good week. You got to be able to overcome the losing because the winning is always going to happen in the long run. So if you're serious and you want to treat it like a business, give us a ring 775 or text 775-636-7674. I'll personally talk to you. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. Outside of Jay's All Access, we have Sharp Trading Plays, which we broker large betting groups that bet all sports. And whether they release the games nights before, which they do a lot of times for NBA and college basketball, as well as very early in the morning, the day of, or right at post. These groups are moving on very obscure type of games. Sometimes they're betting tennis. Sometimes they're betting team totals. They're just getting a positive edge on any single line they give out. So again, it's for bigger players that want to treat it more as a long-term investment. Outside of that, get my man Chris Ruffolo's plays, Jay Briggs, tag team them, put them together, get a 2-for-1. Those guys are very good at the leaderboards. Everybody's killing it, it seems, of late. So if you're a buy high person, go in and do it. Get in on these guys. They're doing quite well every single day. If you're looking for something long-term where it's Telegram access, give me a ring, 775-636-7674, and we'll see what's best for you.
Costi, just before I do my spiel, someone's asking, so what are the unit sizes that you recommend for anybody that's going to do any of the all access passes?
So if you have a $10,000 bankroll, a unit stands for 1% of your bankroll. So if somebody puts out, like Jay puts out a 5-unit play, that's 5%, which would be 500. But it's not as simple as that. If your bankroll's 10,000 today and your bankroll's 12,000 tomorrow, now you're betting $120 a unit. You're always increasing or decreasing based on your bankroll each day. And that's how you compound money over a long period of time. And that's where the coaching, the everyday coaching and money management that I provide, because it's not only how to bet, it's when to bet. So if your line's different, I give you the go or pass approach on every single game. And we do a lot of hand holding, not butt slapping. Not ass slapping, Chris. We're doing hand holding. for the
Gotcha.
All Access Club. So it's just more than just getting the games themselves. So it's for guys that are much bigger players that want to see long-term growth.
Gotcha. So okay, so now that we've clarified that there is no ass slapping, I will not be
No,
participating. Um, yeah, no, yeah. Sorry, it's not for me at that point. um, for me today, I've got. I'm sure it's no. I'm just kidding. It's for everybody. Sans, I can get by the no ass slapping personally. It's personal
no,
preference for me.
don't lie to the fans. You like a little ass slapping.
Like a lot of ass slapping. For me today, I got a couple things on the board. Got my my $25 NBA play of the day. Starting to pick up some heat with that. We're starting to move on. Starting to get some moves going. Right up there in the NBA leaderboards. I got a 3-pack on there as well. But like Jay said, the best thing to check out is the long term pass. Whether it's just either one of us or pair us up. You got a 3-day pass. You get the multi-capper pass with myself and Jay. You can add any of the other great cappers at the website. Loaded weekend ahead. Got, like I said at the top of the show, 144 game college hoops card tomorrow. Woo. NBA, NHL, got NFL. It's 3-day pass is going to cover you for NFL on Sunday as well. There's still going to be action, even though it's week 18. We're still going to sift through it. We're still going to find some plays. And I believe if you get in early enough, you'll get potentially the College Football National Championship, depending on if Jay's going to have a play in it or whoever. So definitely
I am, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, Michigan.
You're that confident?
I'm that confident.
We got to talk about that. Yeah, that's for another show. I mean, that's a good breakdown game. I think both have very good chances of getting there because Harbaugh is gone regardless, whether he wins or loses. He's gone. He's going to the Chargers. The Chargers.
Yeah,
Los Angeles Chargers.
We'll have to talk to Jay off air. The Terramana is still in the system.
What you know about Terramana, Chris? What you know about that?
It's one of my favorites personally. Very few people know this. I very, very, very rarely drink, but when I do, it's tequila.
Me too.
What type of tequila?
My go-to.
Terramana, that's okay.
I don't mind Terramana.
Don Julio. Ooh, Don Juan. Oof. Casa Fricos, Casamigos.
I just like hearing what people drink. I haven't had a drink in 7.5 years.
Class Azul is probably my favorite tequila, but that's like the fancy white bottle with the fancy
white. Yeah.
But that's just me. I'm what they call a bougie bitch. Move on here. 10-game college hoops card. I think it's 10 games. No, sorry, I lied. 12 games. No, I was right the first time. 10 games. I guess do we go all in one shot? We got UConn, Butler, Niagara, Manhattan, Iona, St. Peter's, Fairfield, Siena, Canisius, Mount St. Mary's, Miami, Ohio, Toledo, Ryder, Quinnipiac, Illinois, Purdue, Bowling Green, Akron, and Boise State, San Jose State. Jay, any of those?
Zip. I'm on the Zips. They're going to smash Bowling Green. Bowling Green, the reason I say that is because Bowling Green coming off a pretty significant home trip. It's their first game on the road, and they got that line at 9.5 for a reason. Zip. Give me Akron. And a small lean towards Illinois. That's really it for me today. My favorite play today is probably Akron. Zip.
Costi, anything on the college board for you?
Yeah, I'm actually I like both the plays that he said. I like Akron, small lean on Purdue, but my big play of the day that I like personally is Quinnipiac.
Yeah, I was looking
playing the 4 at home. Yeah. Ryder's been terrible on the road all year. Quinnipiac's actually had a really good home record, and it's a low number considering the other games have been inflated, playing horrible teams. I think it's just a good spot for them. not obsessed about the College Board altogether, but out of the three, I like Quinnipiac the most.
Yeah, taking out Ryder. I hardly knew her. Quinnipiac, the MAC for me, the MAC with two A's is one of the most volatile conferences. It's been a conference I think is completely flipped upside down. Used to be Iona and Siena that you could have dominate that conference, but now apparently both are in rebuilding years this year. So I think that's a new wrinkle. We'll have to see how that shakes out this season. I like Quinnipiac as well. You know what? I'll give out a freemium. Why not? I have Fairfield on the premium side today against Siena. Siena is one of the worst teams in college hoops. They are absolutely dreadful. And Fairfield, while they're on the road, I think they do more than enough to cover. What's it now? 8 points that they're laying against Siena. Siena's been getting crushed pretty much all season long, and I think that doesn't change here. I think Fairfield's just a far better team. So give me Fairfield laying the 8 points in that one. Move on to a 3-game NHL card, and then we're out of here like yesterday. Got the Devils against the Blackhawks. Devils minus 430 favorites. We got Washington hosting Carolina. And we've got the Winnipeg Jets taking on the Anaheim Ducks. Jay, any of these three?
Nah, I don't like none of the favorite. Like the favorite lines are too far gone, and the dogs is not speaking to me today. It does not. And y'all know that's how I bet hockey. I don't bet the plus shit. I just bet money lines in hockey. So,
Cost you anything?
if I were to, I guess a small. Nah, I ain't gonna force it. Nothing for me.
Cost you any hockey for you today, or another pass?
P. I'm not even gonna say pass. P.
just say UTEP. We'll go to El Paso. Let's see here. You know what? I have the wraparound up, so make sure you guys give a check and go check that out. But if I'm gonna give out a play here, let's go with the Carolina Hurricanes. You can take a money line minus 176 if you want to use it for your parlay, or if you want to take them in regulation to get that price down. The Capitals are struggling right now, even though they picked up the win last time out, I believe. The Carolina Hurricanes have sort of righted the ship. They've won 4 straight. They're getting some decent goaltending. The offense has picked itself up again. And this is the Carolina team I think a lot of folks were expecting to see throughout the season. They had a bit of a rough patch, but the goaltending has woken up. And I think they get the job done here against the Capitals. So take the Hurricanes on the money line in that one. And lean towards Chicago, New Jersey over, I think, as well. All right. Parlay time.
Still don't know why it's called the wraparound and not the reach around.
Yeah. I was trying not to get canceled in the first day of the show. So, because if I say somebody reach around and say something about a hockey stick, reach around on my stick, it doesn't play well.
So nobody gets pegged with a hockey stick in your household?
Well, there's a lot of poking.
There's a lot of poking. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying. There's not as many euphemisms for hockey as there is for other things. Oh yeah, sorry. Dog Pound brings a good point. I thought I got a bad line at 8. Fairfield is minus 4.5. I had a bad number on the screen that I was looking at. Yeah, Fairfield minus 4.5. Sorry about that. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll have some innuendos for Costi for hockey in a couple days. If I have to host again, I'll message him. There's a couple things like a poke check or I don't know. I'll figure something out. Anyways, parlays. What do you guys got?
All right, I got you.
Okay.
Give me the Pelicans. Give me the 76ers. And give me the Pistons.
Okay. Jay, what do you got?
Boston, Cleveland, Detroit, Dallas. But I will tell you, they just listed Luka as questionable just a few minutes ago. So line is already dropped. Be on the lookout for that. But I still think even if he don't play, Kyrie night.
Line already dropped to 9.
Yeah, so it's on the way down.
All right. Let's see here. I'm going to go with the Sixers. Going to go with Akron.
Zip.
And Miami Heat plus the 4. All right, we managed to kill an hour and a half. Somehow we do it.
That was fun.
Somehow we do it with a 14 game NBA card, a 10 game college hoops card, and 3 NHL. Still find a way to go an hour and a half. But yeah, you guys got anything else?
No, sir. Again, my plays will be up here in a few seconds.
This is Lamar's brand.
Telegram, my Telegram folk and my premium folk. They'll be up in a second.
Just representing my boys, man.
All right. Well, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. A great day. A lot of people tuned in to check it out. Make sure you smash that like button. Helps a ton.
Yes,
Always
sir.
love talking with you guys in the chat. The chat was one of the most lively chats we've had in a while. So keep that energy. Keep it coming up. And we're gonna be back bright and early tomorrow morning show. I have to see who shows up, but yeah, we'll be back here bright and early tomorrow morning, 10 Eastern. Yeah, I can't confirm who's showing up tomorrow, but still be a great roundtable. But thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you when we see you.